The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally coming out on June 5th, and the Japanese gaming giant has ensured a strong library of first-party and third-party titles for its latest platform. There are plenty of great games coming to the Switch 2, and here are 25 of the best that you should look out for. Metroid Prime 4. The Metroid Prime games have been one of the biggest games in recent years, and funnily enough, at one point Metroid Prime 4 was supposed to be an early release title for the original Switch. It's finally coming out for the Switch 2 and even the original Switch after undergoing plenty of delays, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Samus looks quite resourceful, decked with so many powers and weapons, and it's going to be an absolute blast. It's scheduled to come out sometime this year. Borderlands 4. Borderlands 3 might not have been everything that fans wanted out of it, but Gearbox's upcoming new entry seems to be on track to right those wrongs. With a new cast of characters and a revamped loot system, Borderlands 4 has quite a lot to look forward to when it comes out for Nintendo Switch 2 on September 12th. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Elden Ring took everything that worked in prior FromSoft games and created a huge open world brimming with enemies to fight and beautiful locales to discover. Elden Ring has been a huge critical and commercial success, and that makes it a great candidate for a Switch 2 port. From what we've seen, it looks like a great translation, and it comes out sometime this year. Mario Kart World. The Switch 2 boasts a lot more CPU power and memory than its predecessor, so it's also natural that first-party games take advantage of these upgrades to fuel even larger scale experiences. Mario Kart is going open world with Mario Kart World, where players will be getting the opportunity to free roam across the map and take up varied racing challenges and different twists and turns. It comes out on June 5th, 2025. Cyberpunk 2077. While Cyberpunk 2077 did not start life on the best foot forward, it was able to turn the tides for itself through a bevy of post-launch updates and patches. It's finally translating that experience on the Switch 2, and it's nothing short of a technical achievement. We are really curious to see it in action, and we'll be checking it out when it releases on the Switch 2 on June 5th, 2025. Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy is a dream come true for fans of the wizarding world. It excellently captures the spirit of being a brooding wizard in a prestigious institution, and its open world is brimming with quests to complete and spells to find that will keep you hooked for dozens and dozens of hours. It's a great match for the Switch 2's portable nature, and it comes out on June 5th, 2025. Dusk Bloods. A spiritual successor to Bloodborne, FromSoftware's upcoming Dusk Bloods is one of the most highly anticipated Switch 2 exclusives. Set against the backdrop of a dark fantasy world, Dusk Bloods' brief gameplay trailer showcases thrilling fights and eerie views alongside the fast-paced PvPvE action. We are really excited to see it in action, and Dusk Bloods comes out for Switch 2 sometime in 2026. Split Fiction. Joseph Fares' Hazelight Studios has been pumping out hit after hit lately, and his latest offering, Split Fiction, is no different in that regard. It takes all of the learnings from It Takes Two and A Way Out and crafts an extremely fun co-op adventure that will have you giggling, screaming, and jumping across dimensions for hours and hours on end. It comes out for Switch 2 on June 5th, 2025. Street Fighter VI. Street Fighter VI brings plenty of new changes to the formula, the biggest of which is an open world with its World Tour mode. In addition to this, there's the familiar, tight, brawling gameplay that has been polished to an immaculate sheen alongside a bevy of multiplayer and PvP options that will keep you hooked for hours on end. It comes out for Switch 2 on June 5th, 2025. Pokémon Legends Z-A. It's almost impossible to imagine a Nintendo console without Pokémon. In the case of Switch 2, the upcoming Pokémon Legends Z-A will be taking up the duties. It's an evolution of what came before, meaning players can expect combat and gameplay along the same lines as Legends Arceus. It'll be coming out sometime this year. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. The Yakuza series is one of the most unique in its class, masterfully switching between shades of humor and grave seriousness as you explore the densely packed district of Kamurocho and dive deeper and deeper into the city's criminal underbelly. Yakuza 0 is a great starting point for newcomers to the series, and you should definitely check it out when it releases for Switch 2 on June 5th, 2025. Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's been a pretty long time since we got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, but thankfully, Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming out on July 17th, 2025 to quench that wild platforming thirst. It's a spiritual successor to Donkey Kong 64 with its 3D platforming, and it's all about exploring the dangerous depths of the underground world. The visuals and platforming look fantastic, and we honestly cannot wait to dive into it. Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Starcross World. Kirby's adventures have been an integral part of any Nintendo system's first-party offerings, and the Switch 2 is no different in that regard. Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Starcrossed World repackages the Forgotten Land for the Switch and introduces a new chapter called Starcrossed World, which makes it a must-have for fans of the cutesy mascot. It comes out on August 28th this year. Damon Xmachina Titanic Scion. If you are someone who is into mecha, you should definitely check out Damon Xmachina Titanic Scion, which will be available on Nintendo Switch 2. It features a fast-paced combat loop where you strike down enemies with a flurry of hard-hitting swings and a steady stream of bullets from your customized mech. It's fast, it looks great, and we'll be checking it out when it releases on September 5th, 2025. Kirby Air Riders. Following up on the GameCube classic, Kirby Air Riders is all set to grace the Nintendo Switch 2 platform in the near future. A brief announcement trailer confirmed the game's existence and showcased Kirby riding across bright grass fields, and more details are going to be revealed soon as it reaches its unconfirmed release date in the near future. Sonic X Shadow Generations. It's not every time we see Sonic delivering on its lofty promises, but Sonic X Shadow Generations doesn't disappoint one bit with its quality platforming mechanics and surprisingly decent story. If you haven't played it yet, it can be a great addition to your Switch 2 library when it releases on June 5th. Project 007. IO Interactive is hard at work on the upcoming Project 007, which will obviously be a stealth action adventure starring James Bond. While we haven't seen much of the gameplay at this point in time, the developer has confirmed that it will also be releasing the game on Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Much like the original rendition of the Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2 is packed with a ton of different features in both portable and docked modes. And the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour is a great way to get grips with all of that it has to offer while taking part in all sorts of fun minigames. It comes out on June 5th. Rean Animal. Rean Animal puts players in the shoes of a brother and sister who must overcome insurmountable odds and horrors to save the lives of their friends. It's a co-op adventure, meaning that cooperation is absolutely necessary to ensure survival against the darkest dangers. Between this and some great art direction, Rean Animal might just be one of the best Switch 2 games when it releases sometime in 2025. Super Mario Party Jamberee. The Super Mario Party games have always provided endless hours of inclusive fun with friends and family as you giggle and laugh through the many different minigames that it has to offer. It's essentially the same familiar experience that we know, packaged in a new format, but it's a nice-to-have addition to your Switch 2 library nevertheless. It'll be released on October 17th, 2025. Wild Hearts S. EA's take on the Monster Hunter franchise might not have been as successful as it had hoped, but it certainly has plenty of merits to its name. Right from the innovative crafting system to the actual monster hunting combat. Wild Hearts is all about hunting monsters and getting stronger in the long run, which makes it a great candidate for the Switch 2's portable nature. It'll be released on July 25th, 2025. Drag X Drive. Drag X Drive is all about using the Nintendo Switch 2's motion controls to pull your wheelchair and dunk the ball into the net. It's a rather simple gameplay loop at its core, but the way it utilizes the Switch 2's controls is what really makes it interesting. It'll be released sometime in summer 2025. Madden NFL 26. Fans of football will also have the opportunity to experience Madden NFL 26 on the Nintendo Switch 2 when it releases on August 14th. Expect to see many quality of life upgrades and tweaks from previous versions alongside the usual squad updates. The short burst nature of its gameplay makes it a perfect companion for the Switch 2, and we will definitely be checking it out. Hollow Knight Silksong. Hollow Knight was easily one of the best platformers of recent memory, and Silksong has gone on to become one of the most highly anticipated games on the market. It looks absolutely gorgeous on both a visual and a functional level, and Team Cherry has confirmed that it will be coming out for the Switch 2 as well. It's currently scheduled to release sometime in 2025, and more details will be revealed soon. Star Wars Outlaws. KVS's journey through the game's several open-world maps started on a rough road, but the game is now in a much better state thanks to several post-launch patches. Now it has been confirmed that a Switch 2 port is also in the works, making it a great opportunity for more people to try this one if you just haven't already. It comes out on September 4th, 2025. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Vault, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.